Hey guys, I'm Dr. Jeremy,
I'm Dr. Jessie.
and today we are talking about the vein of all parents' existence, what to pack in lunchboxes that's healthy and the kids will still eat it. I've got lots of children, I've got 4, and 3 of them we're packing lunchboxes for already. It's tough. What we're going to go through some tips on essentially what is in the research to show what's the healthiest foods, and then we'll come around and try and give some tips on how to appease their taste as well as being healthy. So we've got 4 tips for you guys. Number 1 tip
Is to watch out for that refined sugar. So actually the World Health Organization tells us that children can usually only tolerate about 5 teaspoons of sugar for the whole day. And so what happens is that when kids have too much of this sugar in their day-to-day lives, they come home, they crash at, guess what time? 3 p.m., right, when you have to pick them up from school. That's why kids are often deflated and grumpy after school. And although we may think that we're packing them a really beautiful, healthy lunch kit full of, great foods for them, if we break it down, we can actually kind of understand just how much hidden sugar is in these foods.
Let's check some stats out here. You've got to read this because this is pretty startling. So 5 teaspoons of sugar daily was the recommendation of the World Health Organization. An average sort of lunchbox flavoured yogurt, 3.5 teaspoons, muesli bar, 2. We've got 2 slices of bread, 1/2 teaspoon, banana, 3.5 teaspoons, apple, 2.5 teaspoons, carrot, 1 teaspoon. We're up to 13.
That's like 3 days worth of sugar in one day in
Yeah.
a seemingly healthy lunchbox.
No wonder they crash. And I mean, that's pretty startling because when I read that out, that sounds pretty healthy. So, but don't worry, there's lots of other things we can replace it with. So the next thing that we want to do is choose whole foods over refined foods for the simple reason that you're going to have more vitamin and mineral nutritional content in that food. As soon as they become refined, you get a lot more sugars and flavourings and preservatives and additives rather than the stuff that's actually really good for your body. That's the second tip.
Third tip is adding more fiber into your diet. So, when you think about fiber, people often think, it makes you poop, which is great because you want your kids to have healthy digestion and healthy systems and everything. But the way to incorporate more fiber into your diet can be nuts and seeds, fruits and vegetables, more whole foods that you think are going to keep you fuller for longer.
Absolutely. And the last tip, the 4th tip is don't be afraid of good fats. Good fats sustain energy for longer, and our brain uses fat as well. Most of our brain's made from fat. If we don't have good fats in our diet, we don't want to be scared of good fats. It's actually, we can't think as clear and we can't concentrate as well. So fats are really, really important. If you want more details and diving down into each of those categories, jump on. We put our blog up on our website every week. We have a new blog. But some simple foods that appease all of those 4 groups would be
Homemade, like bliss balls that you can make on your own, super easy.
And I know when I get stuff like this, I'm like, oh my god, a new food. But seriously, the first time you make it, jump on Google, get a recipe. It takes a bit of effort. But after you've done it 2-3 times, it becomes like any other food you make. It just becomes a habit. So it sounds a bit tricky, but it's actually not too bad. We make our own biscuits at home. Olivia does most of that. But she's really good, and she makes some bliss balls as well, really good. Things like really easy, I chop them up sometimes in the morning for the kids, carrots. We've got
avocado.
Yeah, great. So you can make some dips like hummus, because they're quite good fat as well. For people that eat dairy out there, if they don't have sensitivities to dairy, that's some good fats in good sources of dairy as well.
Chia seed puddings, things like that. It's really, really easy. Once you kind of honestly educate yourselves and look at what can be done, it's so easy and it becomes a habit in no time.
Yeah, absolutely. And some leftover like protein from the meals, like bits of meat, ham, turkey, things like that, they're really good sources of food for the kids that'll fill them up too. Excellent, guys. Jump on our blog, you can have a look deeper details onto that. But hopefully we've helped fill some of those ideas about what can be healthy, what are the kids going to like as well. It can be challenging.
Absolutely.
If you need any more advice about food and nutrition, we're chiropractors and we're kinesiologists, and we do look at a lot of that in here as well, guys. See you later.
See ya.